Assalamu alaikum all students. I'm Razia from BHSS Kupwara, my trade is IT. Today we'll start with computer organization and operating system. We'll go through basic first. As we know that we live in a technological age. Today we live in technological age in which we use computer in day-to-day life. So it's therefore very natural that we should be aware of what constitutes this machine which solves so many technological and non-technological problems, or we can say that solves our complex and simple problems. A computer is defined as an electronic device which is capable of receiving information, or we can say data, in a particular form and of performing a sequence of operations in accordance with a predetermined but variable set of procedural instructions to produce a result in the form of information or signals. As we know that our computer, it works in the form of signals. I told you in 10th class that our control unit, it generates signals. When we input some instruction, it goes to memory, and then control unit fetches the instruction and generates the signals, and then the signal goes to ALU. It also goes to the memory, that is informing the ALU that some instruction has occurred, and now you have to perform the instruction. You have to perform the opcode, that is operational code. And then ALU performs the operation and gives back the result to CU, and CU gives it back to the memory, and then we get the result at our output unit. So we can say computer is an electronic machine which does our instructions which we feed to it. So the language which is understood by a computer is termed as a binary language, which is in the form of zeros and ones. The language needs to be converted into machine level language because our computer understands only zeros and ones, and we humans, we can understand the natural language, but our natural language is not understood by machine. So it's very important to convert our natural language into binary language in order to make our instructions to be done by the computer. So this conversion of machine level and this human readable language is done by the coordination of components which are called as hardware and software. So what is now you must ask, what's hardware and what is software? Hardware, we can say the term hardware refers to the tangible component of a computer, that is which we can touch and feel. Like we can say we have keyboard, we can touch it, we can feel it, so it's a hardware. We have mouse, we have monitor, etc. And now what is software? Software refers to the components like we have word processor, we have operating system, and we have data. The data given by user to machine is called as input, and the result generated by the machine is called as output. So you have understood till now what computer is, how it does its work, and what is the language which is understood by computer, and our language is natural language, and it needs to be converted into machine level language, which is done by the coordination of hardware and software. And then you have gone through what is hardware and what is software, and now we'll go through some characteristics of a computer. Now first one is speed. We can say a computer, it can do instructions at a very fast speed. It does we can say it does millions of instructions per second, and the speed is measured in bits per second. And it can perform instructions in 10 raised to power 3 milliseconds, or we can say 10 raised to power 6 microseconds, because micro means 10 raised to power 6. That means 10 raised to power 6 microseconds per second. Microseconds, that means 10 raised to power 6 instructions per second. And then we have another, that is nanoseconds, 10 raised to power 9 bits per second. And we have 10 raised to power 12, that is picoseconds. So that is, computer speed is very much fast. It can do millions and trillions of instructions per second. So the speed in which information is sent and resent from computer is measured in baud rate. We say baud rate. Okay. Then we have second one, that is versatility. Versatility is the ability of a computer to do a variety of jobs. Like we can say, one moment we can type a letter, on the other moment we can check email, on the other moment we can listen to music, on some other moment we can use the same machine to do some calculations. So that means a computer can at a same instant of time, it can do different tasks. Then we have accuracy. We can say machine performs varied jobs with high speed, but it also does the jobs with high precision and accuracy. And whenever there is some problem in our result, it might be by the human error. We can say we have a term that is garbage in, garbage out. That means when we have given the garbage input, then only we can get the garbage output. So garbage will be either by entering wrong input or by giving a wrong instruction. And fourth characteristic is diligence. Diligence is it can do computer can do same task again and again without getting bored. If a person does same job every day, every moment, then he or she gets bored after some time. But computer, it doesn't get bored after doing the same job again and again. And then we have another characteristic, that is memory. Because computer has a storage system, it has a main memory which is volatile memory. And that is, volatile means we have RAM, we have ROM. RAM is volatile and ROM is non-volatile. RAM means when our data gets lost, when the power is shut down, or when there is illegal shutdown. And ROM is non-volatile because it's only readable memory, it is not writable memory. So our data doesn't get lost because we don't store our data in ROM. So it has no effect on power off. So it's one of the best feature of computer that we have a main memory in which we store bulk of data. And then we have another one, that is storage. We have huge amount of data and information which can be stored in a computer for future retrieval. Okay, this is all for today's lecture, and tomorrow we'll start with some new topic. Okay, take care. Allah Hafiz.